Hi YouTube, this is an overview of the Yasuo Ekko Freestyle team, one I've exclusively been playing since closed beta. While I'm also still learning, these ideas have gotten me to Grandmaster in beta and getting through Masters right now. This resource is for those with intermediate Yasuo and Ekko knowledge, but haven't deeply dipped into explicit synergy between the two. I want to highlight this team's win con and notable tools to achieve it from neutral to pressure, so that you can improvise your own solutions during matches. Neutral with this team is a matter of using both characters' already strong individual neutrals to create checkmate scenarios that lead to block string pressure. As Yasuo, leverage Timewinder assist to control lots of ground space to give way to a more clear approach, or use it to choke your opponent into jumping, which you can promptly snipe with stance down heavy. You can use a Chrono Strike assist to get full combos or start block strings off of your S1 hits. As Ekko, your nimbleness gives you an easier time on the approach, excellent when setting up a Yasuo cross-up assist. Being near your opponent in the air and calling assist is a very common sequence, usually being paired with an air S2 or a Timewinder. Together, Yasuo and Ekko have an absurdly versatile neutral. Need a meaningful long-range setup? Windwall Timewinder provides a great amount of safety, which can be used to recalibrate your neutral or set up an approach. Need to approach quickly? Air S1 assist call or Air S2 assist call depending on what point character you're on. With Freestyle, this flexibility is amplified. Having anchors you can switch between twice is a greatly appreciated tool to cover your mistakes, with the many risks that you can take with these two characters. What can get you really far is these reckless approaches, using a character to lock your opponent into a block stun to give room for your other character to approach. And when opponents start to preempt their responses like jump or mash, you can switch up your neutral to a primarily poke-based style and condition opponents to play into the mid-range, where you get to threaten neutral skips, Timewinder, and cross-ups, all while being an elusive target through tagging to and from the characters jumping and dashing all over the screen. After winning, or skipping neutral, we're in a very good spot. Yasuo and Ekko can individually represent so many options that honestly a tricky player can open up opponents with just one character. But if we happen to find the fabled sandwich, we've obtained our win condition. We now have a temporary state of four-way mix consisting of high, lows with instant side swaps, all within strike throw range. And one of the beauties of Freestyle is your ability to access this state after using your initial tag to win neutral. Without getting too in the weeds of how each character plays, Yasuo and Ekko are primarily left-right mix-up characters with a handful of other tools to supplement their kits. We care a lot about this ability because we need to quickly access side swaps, because alongside an assist call, we get a fast, intentional sandwich, granting us our win condition with Freestyle. It is such a strong state that you should be finding hits into your damage just by being in a sandwich. We've already established that we have incredible mix, but we also achieve numerous other things. We solve retreating guard, since they can't backdash past our assist. We have an easy response to non-juggernaut push block with tag, and we cover our biggest problems with certain mix options, that being having no combo from Ekko overhead starter, and Yasuo short hop being susceptible to anti-air. Both are solved with tagging. At each junction of possible pressure, we can play how we normally do without an assist, knowing that we can safely take big risks like committing to the Air S2 on Ekko that's normally punishable on block but is trivially covered with tag. It's also notable at this point, players will understand how dire their situation is, and commonly be afraid to press buttons that aren't level 2 super. You may not be able to get much mileage out of grab, but it certainly is a reliable option. An example of a basic, effective freestyle sequence, starting as Yasuo, starting a basic string of normals. I choose to go for downlight, stagger downlight, medium heavy. After the heavy starts coming out, I call a Chrono Strike assist and follow into stance S1 cross-up. I throw medium in case they're caught by the initial side swap. If they blocked, I can threaten throw, forward hold S1, or short hop mix. Freestyle allows me to take a risk here, so I take a short hop into air heavy, but tag into Ekko to cover an anti-air, and do a cheeky high-low at the same time. If they're not caught by this point, I'm thinking of using a charged button or overhead then taking my last tag. I choose overhead here, and tag mid-animation to make it cross up. If they block all this, and it's the first time they've seen it this set, you're at a level where frankly, I don't think you need this resource at all. While enforcing extended stagger pressure is generally discouraged due to the risk of losing your turn entirely if they time their mash right, it is a workable option when doing gapless mix becomes too predictable and boring. But yes, you should probably save your funny stagger pressure and double side switch stuff until the latter part of your set. This sort of pressure is some of the most expressive you can get in this game, so I encourage you to all experiment and find your own fun, functional sequences. So some miscellaneous stuff that is nice to know about this team. I haven't personally found or observed any really tightly knit combos Yasuo and Ekko has, like something like a Vi Warwick Double Down has, but at lower combo counts or by some other conditions, Yasuo and Ekko can pick up off of each other. Yasuo can pick up Ekko's straight S2 air hits with Stomp OTG, and Ekko can extend Yasuo's combo with Time Winder Chrono Break during Yasuo's Air Flurry finisher. Your generic tag extension is charge S2 Chrono Break, take a break on Ekko, and for Yasuo, it's Air Down Heavy S1, S1, S2. Or, at lower combo counts, it can be hold S1, stance down heavy into some finisher. Your common tag launch points is after a lot of common Ekko combos, such as the staple Ekko Corner combo and Super combo. On Yasuo, it's mostly after stance down heavy. If you land a throw as Yasuo and your assist is up, you can call Time Winder assist as soon as opponents hit the ground, and then stance S1 becomes a left-right 50-50. Yasuo and Ekko have recently received some changes, but I've tried to structure this resource in a way that stays relevant after the fact. At least as of writing, this team is one of the most self-sufficient, although feeling tedious to pilot. But it'll feel fantastic once you get some experience. I don't plan to play Ekko in the long term. I'm waiting until Riven drops so I can religiously play Yasuo at Riven, so in future resources, I will likely center those two champions. Until then, I'll be contemplating what aspects of Yasuo I haven't covered, and maybe make something on that. Yasuo wake-up situations seem quite tempting. Anyways, that's all.